Hello, Anna.
Hi.
How are you?
A bit nervous, but okay, fine. All this technical stuff are too complicated for me as a blonde girl. So, but I can manage with them.
Oh, it's not that difficult. I see that it's daylight for you. What time is it?
It's 9 a.m.
Nice. Where are you based?
in Estonia.
Nice. For me it's 11 p.m. But
Okay.
I'm all the way in Baja California,
Okay.
Pacific Coast. Okay, so let's start. I was talking with Anna backstage, and she will be talking to us about Estonia as what do you call it? As a place where the law is being built so that companies that like ours that are either exchanges or wallets or issuance of tokens and everything, like Estonia could be the place to go. Myself and I have an exchange with some partners, and we have this neobank in Mexico, and we have been having this problem where regulation just is not friendly to what we want to build. And even though we want to be compliant, it's been like there's just so many hurdles that we have been looking for. How can we other countries where we can like build part of the company? Our competitors have already done that. They have gone to Gibraltar, for example. Other people have gone to the Seychelles, and we keep hearing about Estonia and its digital identity and how they've been just being very what's the word? Very progressive and the first to do so many of these digital identity stuff, and very friendly towards progress. So I'm very excited to hear what you guys have been doing there. Anna is the co-founder of Lex Law Office and co-founder of CryptoFin Conferences. So go ahead.
Yes, I'm very happy to see you all. I'm sure you are from different time zones, so if it is evening for you, for me it's early morning. So grab your coffee and feel you comfortable. Today I'm gonna share with you my knowledge regarding crypto regulation in Estonia. And as you may know, our regulation changed from the 10th of March 2020. And I will going to talk about what to expect from the cryptocurrency regulation in Estonia. I'm trying to share my desktop, but it's written that it is not possible. It's not like allowed. So can I share my presentation?
It should be possible. So on the bottom of the screen, there's a share screen, and you just share your whole screen.
Yes, but there is written that organizer of the conference had not possibility to share.
Oh, that's weird. I don't think I haven't had that problem yet, and I don't think I have the authority to change anything. Let me ask.
Okay.
Because it's the first time I have that issue.
Okay, but I can start, and if we have found the solution for this, we can see my presentation as well, but I can speak from my heart, and share presentation after, it will be not a problem. So first of all, if we're gonna talk about Estonia, Estonia is a small country in the Northern Europe. And it's also called as a digital hub for the businesses in the Northern Europe. We are really a digital nation. 98% of companies are incorporated in Estonia online. 95% of the Estonian citizens fill tax declarations online. We have 99% of Estonian people who have identity card, which gives an opportunity to access to all government services absolutely online. We are a small country, but we are very innovative, and our government is supportive. We have a population about 1.3 million people, and actually our area is 45 kilometers square. So we are really small. The currency of our country is euro. and we all are also a member of the board. We are the member of the European Zone, European Union, OECD, NATO, and Schengen. So Estonia is the country with a very good reputation. We have a high credit rating, and we have a supportive government and regulation for the businesses. As you may know, we are the first country in the EU who started to provide regulation for crypto-related services and for cryptocurrency. It was came implemented at the end of 2017. So we are really the country who is crypto friendly, and a lot of blockchain projects and crypto projects are now incorporated in Estonia and operating under Estonian regulation. In the past year, we have issued more than 1,000 licenses for crypto-related services. And this is a quite high amount for our small country, but it's showing that projects are interesting in this jurisdiction. So what we have for now, how cryptocurrency is settled in our regulation according to the law. Cryptocurrency or virtual currency or virtual assets means the value of represented in digital form, which is digitally transferable, preservable, or tradable, and which natural persons accept as a payment instrument, but it is not the legal tender of any country. So it's quite similar to the fifth directive legal term of the virtual currencies as well in Estonia. And if we are talking about the specific regulatory timeline, here I'm having the very interesting picture for the timeline, but I will shortly describe it. So everything started from the 2008 when Satoshi Nakamoto presented the white paper of Bitcoin. Then the first transaction was happened in the in January 2008. Then in October 2012, the central bank issued the report about cryptocurrencies. And actually, this was the beginning from the time where government authorities started to accept the cryptocurrencies as a real legal term and possibility which needs the regulation. Then I would like to mention that in February 2016 was the European Council conclusion regarding how countries need to fight against financial fraud and terrorism, and how can they prevent all money laundering issues regarding related with the cryptocurrencies. And then in November 2017, already Estonian regulation came into the force. In July 2018, MLD5 enters into the force. June 2019 was important because we had the regulation FAT recommendations for the cryptocurrency service providers. And January 2020, so 10th of January, was very important then when we wait the implementation of MLD5, which is a directive for the financial services and where is regulated cryptocurrency service providers' obligations. And in the March 2020, as I mentioned before, the regulation in Estonia also have changed. So what we have for now, before we had a very simple system. The application was changed within 30 days. A regulator issued more than 1,000 applications. And for now, our license application state fee increased 10 times, so it's 3,300 euros. The terms of consideration is 2 times more, so it's now 60 days. And regulator plan to issue 3 times less licenses, and regulation is tightened. So what we have for now, we have companies have a possibility to obtain for only one license. It's called Virtual Asset Service Provider license, and it can be obtained in 3 fields. The first one is the Virtual Asset Exchange Service Provider, crypto to crypto. The second one is exchange service provider, crypto to fiat. And the third one is the wallet service provider. Wallet service provider means that the company has the possibility to store, move, and keep virtual assets of the clients. So general, traditional custodian wallet services. As I mentioned before, the time frame is 60 days, and regulator can postpone this time up to 6 months. The initial capital is 12,000 euros, and there are no requirements regarding the company type. It can be private limited liability company. There is 0 onboarding costs. There is no monthly fees. Once you get the license, you only once pay a state fee, and after this you don't need to confirm this or pay any annual or monthly state fees for this. And as you may know, the banking is a big problem in crypto space. So it is a big issue to open a bank account for the crypto related companies. And to be honest with you, there are no Estonian banks who are really open to work with cryptocurrency service providers. And according regulation was according to the change of the regulation at the end of 2019, all Estonian companies which are incorporated in Estonia had the possibility to open bank accounts wherever they want in the European Economic Zone. So Estonia company can open bank account in Liechtenstein, Switzerland, Lithuania, UK, or whatever they want. So this is actually very helping possibility for the companies, because basically we need to go for the banking solution to another jurisdiction, not working at the moment with Estonian traditional banks, because they are not actually supporting actively this type of business field. If we talk about the new requirements, so what companies need to make in additional to get the license in Estonia. So as I mentioned before, companies should be incorporated in Estonia, and initial capital should be paid before the obtaining process, and it is 12,000 euros. It should be paid by the shareholders. The second one, company need to have a corporate bank account in the European Economic Zone. This requirement is need before because the regulator would like to get the possibility to check if the company has any bank account in the European Economic Zone, and if needed to get access to this. Because if it's outside the European Economic Zone, it is more complicated for them to get the information about the bank account. The third one requirement which need to be fulfilled is companies should have a real office in Estonia. So not the virtual office, but real office where regulator can come and check if the company exists there and how they're providing the services. Also, the fourth one is that the management board of the company which wants to obtain for the crypto license should be located in Estonia. So member of the board of the company should be a local. who is a local, because local is not actually the legal term. According to the regulator explainings, the local is the person who has Estonian citizenship or Estonian residency permit or Estonian tax residency. So actually there are three possibilities to prove that you are related with Estonia and to prove that your management board is in Estonia. Why it is so? Because regulator would like to again have one person at least who will be liable for the company business activity and who will be actually in Estonia. So it will be easy to find him, to contact him if needed. So that's why this new requirement is in our regulation. And also from 10th of March, cryptocurrency service providers goes under financial institution legal term, and all financial institutions should have a competent compliance officer. So the same condition is now for cryptocurrency service providers. So the compliance officer should be in the company, and the information about him should be provided to the regulator. Companies who already have the license should implement the new requirements until the 1st July 2020. So we have sometimes some months to go. But again, I'm more than sure that new requirements will give the possibility to the companies who are already operated to make markets more transparent and more connectable to the regulator, because before this regulation, as I said before, we had more than 1,000 companies with a license, and our regulator wasn't able to control of the companies. So now for sure there will be more attention to the crypto companies which have a license, and they will really control and communicate with the cryptocurrency service providers. If we're gonna talk about why you need to choose Estonia as a jurisdiction for your crypto project, then first of all, I would like to mention that Estonia has a clear regulation and obtaining requirements. As I said before, we had a regulation to the cryptocurrency service providers from the end of 2017, and for now our regulator really understands what are the basics and what are the needs of the companies in that field. So second one is a short processing time, 60 days, as I mentioned. I still thinking that for a financial service license, it's actually a short processing time, because basically it's like 6 months. And I really think that it's still a low cost possibility. So it is the possibility to get within 3,300 euros state fee plus lawyer's fee plus initial capital 12,000 euros. Company in the European zone with a crypto license, absolutely compliant, and provide your services all over the world. And also, I think the biggest advantages of Estonia is actually our tax system. If we're gonna talk about incorporate tax, then Estonia has absolutely awesome possibility if the company get the profit, and this profit will be invested in the business activity of the company. In that case, there is zero income tax on this. Only if the company decide to cash out the money from the company to pay the dividends, to pay some kind of costs which are not related with the business activity of the company, in that case, company should pay income tax, which is 25% for the companies. this is actually very supportive tax system for the startups, for the companies who just start the journey, because if you keeping investing the profits to your business activity of the company, then you are not obligated to pay income tax. Also, I would like to mention that company establishment is absolutely easy process. You can incorporate the company within some hours, and the state fee for the company's incorporation is 190 euros. So it's very low. And if we are not gonna talk about cryptocurrencies where should be fulfilled the requirement for initial capital, for other companies, you can start your company with zero initial capital. So you start with zero, and after within 2 years, you can pay initial capital. The base initial capital for the private limited liability company is 2,500 euros. But again, for crypto related companies who would like to obtain for the crypto license, they need to they have a higher requirements for the initial capital and 12,000 euros. Then I would like to mention the e-residency. Maybe you have heard about this, and actually e-residency is a possibility to identify you as a private person, and this gives an opportunity to access to all government services as Estonian citizens. So you will be able to enter to the registers, to send the information to the court, to fill the tax declarations, to incorporate, to sign up the documents absolutely online. So actually, e-residency gives an opportunity to manage your company digitally without coming to Estonia, and this is very helpful for the company founders and members of the board who are not located in Estonia. So we really was the first country in the world who started to provide e-residency as a possibility. It's for now, we have e-residence from 167 countries and more than 57,000 e-residents due to today, and more than 7,000 companies are already incorporated by the e-residents. So this is really a good opportunity to access to the EU market, to incorporate, to manage your company, and it's for someone it might sound like a dream, but it's reality. We already having this possibility more than 4 years, and people keep coming to Estonia as e-residents and incorporating here. How it looks like: you just fill the application form, you pay state fee 100 euros, provide the information about you, provide your photo, and you will get the identity card with your personal information and the device for your computer. And with this device, you will be able to enter to the all Estonian government services, registers, and so on and so forth, and you will be able to use all services as Estonian citizens, as I said before. Actually, I had a very interesting video about e-residency, but I'm not able to share my desktop. I don't know why. So I will skip this. And I would mention that I will be happy to see you as Estonian e-residents join our e-nation. If you want to find the suitable jurisdiction for your blockchain project, then Estonia might be an option. As I said before, we have a really transparent, simple regulation for this, and it will be not complicated. And if you need any help in this journey, I will be happy to assist. If you have any questions, please leave them in the chat, and I will be happy to answer.
So right now I'm trying to work out why you can't share your screen. I really want to see what you're talking about. So if anybody has any questions, you can write them down in the Q&A box in the bottom of your screen, or you can write them down directly in the chat. I have a question. So being in, it's kind of what I was saying at the beginning. Being in Mexico, there are it's a very big country here, and we have to take care of a lot of possible things. It's a chaos. It's 130 million people. So in 130 million people, a ton of things can happen. Not much it's really hard to digitalize everything. So we're always hearing about how Estonia did the digitalization, and how they are solving so many issues that we still have over here. They don't have them over there. And what I've been noticing, and what history teaches us, is that those who adopt progress are the ones who actually become relevant in the future. So is there talk about that? Like, is Estonia planning its economy for the next 20, 30, 40 years on crypto? Like,
So if I will be honest, then Estonia do not have the goal to be absolutely like a crypto country, or it's not a big part of Estonian economy, to be honest, for now. Why it is so? Because before we actually had a lot of companies who incorporated in Estonia, worked under this regulation, but actually hadn't paid any taxes in Estonia, hadn't any workers here, and so on and so forth. So that's why regulation actually was changed, because government would like to really bring those companies to Estonia to be like a part of Estonian economy, and to understand that if you want to work with us, guys, you need to be here. So I guess it will be changed a bit, because before, as I said, they were not actually really related and paying taxes and so on and so forth. So this was one of the points that we wanted to explain to the government, that if we will have them actually here, it will be absolutely win for all parties. And that's why the regulation changed. But again, it's not like a big percentage of the Estonian economy. They're not like a high ambition. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. And so Elena is telling me that she fixed your permissions. So maybe you can share your screen now.
Okay.
Let's try. So, for example, before you start, I have another question.
Yeah.
There are, for example, there are people, the whole passport issue about which countries you can go in, which countries you cannot go in. For example, with a Mexican passport, I can go pretty easily to Europe. But there are other passports that can't go to Brazil, or they can't go to Europe, or they can't go to the US. And they require some, could those people, instead of like having a lot of trouble with their local passport, could they just like ask for Estonian citizenship and just have access to a lot more countries?
Okay, if we're gonna talk about a residency, what I mentioned before, it is not really related with the possibility to travel. It is not like a travel document. This is an only card I will show. It looks like this, and it's like a identifying part, but it's not a possibility to use it as a travel document, or as a document which gives you an opportunity to work or stay in Estonia. No, it's only related with the access to the digital services which are provided by Estonian government, and that's all. If we're gonna talk about that you will like to be like a real Estonian citizen, then to get Estonian citizenship, you need to prove that you are knowing the Estonian language, and you need to pass the exam for the Estonian regulation, the very basics about Estonian regulation. And if you pass those 2 exams, you will be able to obtain for the citizenship in Estonia.
Amazing. Okay, so no, I did. You did. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so I won't distract you anymore. It looks like a really cool presentation.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I will show the video for a residency. It's quite funny. So if it is maybe evening time, you will be a little bit excited about this, and maybe you will find that it's something for you, and an opportunity to have an EU company very easily, and a residency is an option. Let me check.
Can you see that sauna on the lake? But let's head over to it.
Well, sorry.
Relax a bit, and I'll tell you about e-residency.
Hi, welcome to our board meeting. Just sit back and relax.
This was our growth last year. Not bad, huh? What does your prognosis say? Is it realistic to expect something like this next year?
Yes. E-residency enables you to start and run an EU-based company from anywhere in the world, without even coming to Europe. Everything can be done remotely, online, just like these guys here do. E-residency removes a lot of the hassle, so you can focus on your passion rather than on paperwork. It also makes our world borderless. Everyone's welcome. Plus, it's completely trustworthy as it's based on the government-issued digital identity. So, why did you guys sign up for it?
Well, it's location independent and trustworthy. I can work wherever I am, and I can access all the tools to grow my business globally. The costs are low as bureaucracy levels because I can sign documents digitally. This is modern business. E-residency is a game changer.
Well, I love the fact that I can run my business in an open and trusted business environment. Plus, Estonia has the most competitive tax environment in the OECD. For example, there is 0% tax on the retained profits.
I guess we are finished here now.
You gain access to a wide range of e-services, from payment providers to banking, all of which makes everything incredibly smooth and fast, like starting your business online in the Estonian e-business registry, which takes less than a day. So, what are you waiting for? Our borderless world awaits. Do you want to be a game changer too, and become a global entrepreneur? Just come join us.
So as you can see...
Can you see that sauna on the lake? But let's head over to it. Relax a bit, and I'll tell you about it.
Starting again.
Once again. So as you can see, applying for a residency is as simple as hitting in the sauna. So you will be able to operate your company even in sauna if you want.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.